Hi, beautiful Gemini. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Gemini, it has been a moment or 30 since I've done these readings. Long story short, my boy has just kept being sick over and over and over again. We have had vacation in between, obviously, but since we've been back, it's just been a big, long, never-ending story. But I am here now, and I'm gonna do these messages for you for the month of September. We're gonna start with an overall message here, and then go deeper and deeper into that message to see what's going on for you. And when I'm doing this recording, I'm like literally a day out from the full moon or the super moon in Pisces. So that's probably going to be an influence in this reading. So let's see what's going on for you, Gemini, for the month of September. 7 heavenly virtues. Goodness, I haven't had these types of cards from when I've started. Like every single foundation seems to just be really, really, really beautiful. And this is no, sorry. It's not any different. Look at this. 7 heavenly virtues, keys to goodness. This is like, do you see all those shooting stars? It's not one, it's like I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shooting stars. It's like heaven is opening up. And I mean, we know this by now, and I think that the audience who's drawn to this channel know this by now, that it's not that the heavens are just all of a sudden, deciding that now they're going to open up and just send all these goodies, and they kept it from you for this long or whatever. This is you learning how to open up. This is you. But there's a windfall here. I mean, the 7 heavenly virtues is like, and the 7 heavenly virtues is not just one thing. Like I said, I counted there to 5 shooting stars. So it's a wish fulfillment, but times 5, like big ones. And this is 7 heavenly virtues. It's like it's in so many different areas in your life, things are gonna open up. And I think that just because, I mean, we're using a language, I don't really know how that translates to English, but in Swedish we're saying en olycka kommer sällan ensam. Like an accident rarely shows up alone. Like when one thing is sort of waiting for the other shoe to drop, or when things are starting to go bad, everything goes bad. It's sort of that expression. I don't really know what in English what the expression is for that, but it's like, it's just it's an expression that, when things go bad, everything seems to go bad. But when things seems to go well or go good, everything can go good, everything can go well. So there's something about like one thing will start to open up and start to really, like, one is in the forefront there and is really like coming in pretty soon, and then the rest will follow. So this is a good one to start this month with for sure for you, Gemini. 7 heavenly virtues. Wow. Okay. Such a beautiful card. So going deeper into this message, what do we have for Gemini, please? For the month of September. Follow your heart. And it's time to take action. It's like it's a very lucrative, it's a very fruitful time. It's a very fruitful time to start something up, to go ahead and make that. And the World card. There's definitely a new beginning here. The World card with the Knight of Gabriel with the Queen of Raphael. And if we're starting with which one came out first? I think it was the Queen. Like, yeah, there's, like I said, the heavens are not just now like deciding to just open up for you. but there sure is like more of a flowy period and more of a little bit slower period in life, like depending on when, you know, the planets have their positions and whatever is going on in your personal life. You probably feel when it's a little bit more flowy and when it's a little bit more stagnant. And it seems like the month of September is really your month to pursue those things that you've been thinking about pursuing. When is the best time to launch the new business? When is the best time to give this news? And this is also a great time to receive some beautiful news. The Queen of Raphael is talking about really listening to your heart, like finding a place for your heart and like finding your home, but like starting from the inside, like really feeling where your home is at, feeling comfortable in yourself, feeling rooted and grounded. And it says, follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. And I think that someone is really positioning themselves, like, because I actually haven't paid attention to this. That there's actually a throne on the throne. This is actually like, so this woman is sitting on this chair, like this high chair, this throne within this big, what looks like a seashell or something. So I always just seen the seashell, excuse me, as the throne, but she's like sitting on the throne, like really making a point. Or like, this is you, like if you have, you've been talking about change before, you've been talking about like really following and listening to your heart before, it probably has just been an idea. And now it's like, I have arrived, and I am here to stay. Or like, I'm here to follow through on the things that I'm saying that I'm going to do. That type of feeling. And you probably feel it because it is really pushing you to go forward, but it is a fruitful time. It's a blossoming time. So it's like everything probably, as you're trying to do something, is not going so slow, or is not so slow in coming. If you're looking for something or wanting to see change in certain things, this is a very, very good time to try things out, and you're going to find soon enough, really, really quickly, that, oh my God, this is really working. And then we have Knight of Gabriel, which is literally that time to take action and feeling that you have, like, feeling passionate about what you're doing. And this is about knowing that there's no question in your mind. This is knowing what to do. This is having the next steps on your plan and going through with them. This is not a time to procrastinate. This is not a time to like, oh yeah, I'm just going to do this first. This is a grand opportunity for the entire month of September. It just feels like a big opening. That is like a beautiful time to really go ahead with your plans, or start to make some profound changes. And the World card is saying goodbye to the old, is closing down one chapter and opening up another one. The World card is about when we are, this is not you being sad that you're leaving something behind or something like that. This is you just feeling like, okay, that chapter of my life, that part of my life is done. It's time to move on. It's time for the next. It's saying a very happy ending coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. And we also have the trustworthy psychic information. And here we have spiritual growth and insight. So there's some sort of insight that can come to you, like an understanding or almost like a little aha moment, or something that will reveal the next step or reveal the next phase. And you're ready to go. Like, yes, that is Michael, Archangel Michael, but I see that as you, Gemini, and how you're like really prepared for the next steps. Like you are good to go, and it's a really beautiful time to go. So just a couple of more cards here. Going deeper still, what do we have for Gemini, please? If it has been feeling heavy, or if it has been feeling a little bit stagnant, or like things aren't really moving in the direction that you wish them to move in, I think that the month of September is going to show you something different. Like you're going to start to see things lighten up and things start to move in the direction that you wish. Transformation and authority. And authority is very much my Aries card. So if you feel a connection to Aries somehow, some way. A little bit of Taurus here as well. This is so much foundation for me. This is a little bit of the world card to me as well, because it's today. Because it's speaking about that knowing your position, and like the double throne there as well, like finding your home, finding that inner peace. And I'm not up for debate here. I'm speaking for you, Gemini. I'm not up for debate or discussion. This is how it's going to be. Here's how it's going to go, and no one can really stand in the way of that. I've decided, and here's the plan. And whether you speak that, like whether you, it might just be that that plan is very unofficial, like it's just you who knows about the plan. Literally no one else knows about it. It's still very, you're very decisive about it. And we have that together with a transformation, which is 13 adding up to number 4. And we had the 4 here coming out. So it's like a lot of new foundation, a lot of new, not necessarily starting over, but I mean, it is closing down one chapter and starting another one. But this chapter is not just one little thing. It's 7 heavenly virtues. It's like a lot of, it's like it's very many different categories in your life that are all changing. And you're so ready for that transformation. You're looking forward to that transformation. I think, frankly, Gemini, you have so much to do always. The typical Gemini always have a lot to do. And when you ask Gemini, like, what did you do today? Gemini will say, not much. And then you start to and then you start to hear what they did. And to the normal person, it's been a lot. Or they say they haven't really been anywhere, or they have but they've been places. Like, that's just Gemini. And so it's your typical, that's the general Gemini, to have like a lot on their plate. I feel like even though you've had a lot on your plate, and even though you've done perhaps a lot of things, and it might even be that you have just thought, like there's been a busy mind thinking about what you want to do. I don't think that the actual transformation is starting now until September. Like not a lot of big changes has been going on. It's sort of, you've been places, you've gone places, you've done things, but it's sort of the same life. Does that make sense? It feels like at the end of the day, you come home and it's still the same life. Does that make sense? Like, not much has really shifted, like on a core level, but for the month of September, it feels like there's a grand transformation here that starts from within, which makes you feel different. You will go places and do things, but now you'll feel different at the end of the day. You will feel that there is a transformation here, that there's something different going on. Just a couple of more cards here on this, for this message on this topic. A couple of final questions here messages here for Gemini, please. I even, like in Archangel Michael's shield here, I even see a snake. I see a snake sitting in his shield. And the snake for me represents change and transformation. Solitude card, who had this? I think it was Taurus. And I think we ended with this. We ended the whole thing with this same card. I think we ended the same thing for Taurus. Like in the same way. Anyway, let's see if it's the same message. Okay, So for whatever reason, I'm really drawn to her fingertips today. Like, so the first message that I feel, I mean, there might be just something going on for someone with their fingertips. Just really pay attention, because this message really is for you. But like in general here, for general Gemini, I would say that like you have it at your fingertips. Like when you feel like I have it on the tip of my tongue, or like it's just there at your very fingertips. It's right there, like you can sense it. I have this big star there again, like a wish fulfillment. I feel with this card here today for you, Gemini, this is about really taking action, to not sit around waiting for someone else, not even like having the feeling like not even sitting around waiting for the universe to sort of show you some sort of sign. Sometimes, and I rarely say this because I'm the first person to say, don't do anything unless it feels like called for. And that can drive people nuts. Like, how long are you going to wait? Well, I haven't heard the call yet, so I don't know. But this is a sort of feeling of like, you don't really feel like doing anything, but then you go for that walk, even if it's a little bit like, oh, I don't know if I want to go for that walk. And then you go out and it's like, it's just beautiful and it's lovely and it's fresh air, and it's like, it's just awesome to come out in the fresh air, and you come back home and it's like, thank God I went on that walk. It's a little bit like kickstart the whole thing yourself. You're about to write a new story here. You're creating something new for yourself. And I feel like you've had enough of heaviness and hardship and whatever has come before this. You know what a tower moment is. Like, there's been a lot of heavy things, and you've really almost become accustomed to the heavy stuff, that you don't almost know how it is to have like a really easy, simple, fun-loving, easygoing life. But now it's like it's time for a change. I'm not saying you can't have fun. I'm not saying you haven't had awesome moments, but those moments seem to come through hardship. It's always a little bit of a struggle here, it feels like, around this message coming into September. So this is like, okay, go out and do it yourself. It's sort of a feeling of, don't sit around and wait for anyone. What do you want? What is your new story? So this new chapter that you're writing, what is it about? And not be inviting all the other people in, or all the other, like, don't take anyone else in consideration for what you want. At least for the month of September, just try to look at it as, okay, I'm writing a new chapter right now and I'm taking control of it myself. You feel called to do so. Everything is lined up. It's time to take action. Like, don't sit around and wait for no one, and don't include anyone, actually, just for a little moment. Just figure out for yourself, what is it truly that I want? Because then the universe will rain upon you. So state clearly what it is that you want. Okay, that's what I have for you for the month of September. I hope that helps you get a little bit clearer in where you're headed. So thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps me a lot. Thank you so much, guys.